One more. Beautiful. And you didn't even have to try that hard. Am I still yellow? Like real talk. Tick tock, 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 tock. You're not wrong. And we love that. Like staring at myself. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. A couple new things. New backdrop. I said a couple, that was it. Oh, no, a couple new things. We've got new lighting, attempting not to be yellow, so that's cool. And then I also have a new backdrop. I don't know, I like it. It's a nice fun change. It's not black or green. So today's inspiration behind the look is actually from the phrase April showers bring May flowers, because I thought it was cute. And even though it hasn't rained a whole ton as of late here in Georgia, I do think we're about to get hit with a lot of storms. Also, it is about to be May, and so I thought it would be a fun, cute, quick little video to do for you guys. I'm going to do one eye off camera, and then I'm gonna walk you guys through the other eye. I do already have foundation and brows on, simply because I woke up a little worse for the wear, if you know what I mean. On this side, for this look, I am using the James Charles palette. You never have to use exactly what I'm using in order to get a similar or even the same look. Whatever shadows you have readily available to you, feel free to pick up. I'm mostly just going to be talking about like tips and tricks, and I'm going to describe the colors as a baby pink, a mauve tone, you know, things like that. The first thing that I'm doing is picking up a soft fluffy brush, and I'm dipping into a ballerina pink, and I'm sweeping that pretty high up into my brow bone. It kind of like naturally tapers into nothing because I am so fair that minus the hint of pink that's in this, it's basically my skin tone. When you first go in, your brush is going to have the most color on it, so you want to concentrate it right towards the top of that crease, and then as it loses product, you're going to drag your brush up, and that is going to create that soft fade. Another thing that I'm going to do, because we're going to be hitting this crease real hard and carving it out, we're going to make sure that we drag this color in a little bit further on our inner corner and a little bit higher. You're going to saturate the tip of your brush, which is this little part right here, and you're gonna stipple in the inner corner, knock off some of that product, and then switch to that soft blending motion, often called like scrambled eggs, flick of the wrist, whatever you need to call it. I feel like we are sufficiently pink. The next thing that I did was picked up a much tighter brush because I wanted a pretty precise application. So I am picking up like a mauve pink shade here in the James Charles palette, and I'm not necessarily putting it in my actual crease because we're about to carve all of that out. And you'll notice that my eye is like half open so that I can see where my natural crease is, so I can hit a little bit higher. I'm picking up that same blending brush from earlier. I'm not applying any more color as of yet, and I'm just hitting the very tippity top of that color that I just placed down and kind of like smoking it into that baby pink that we put up. Does anybody else randomly get TikTok songs stuck in their head? I literally go around my apartment and I'm like, bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. I'm a savage. Like doing dishes. Classic, bougie, nasty. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna cut our crease. I am using the P.Louise base. This is a Rumour 2, which is her most popular shade, if I'm not mistaken, and a curved round flat packing brush. I do have a super in-depth tutorial on this, so if you want to focus on just the cut crease portion of today's look, I highly recommend that video. I wonder when cut creases are no longer like super popular, what the new thing will be. One of my goals is to be able to do like a double cut crease. This is a shade called Ring Light. It's a champagne-y metallic color. So I'm hitting that in the inner corner. You don't have to use different colors for this. I just chose to because my palette has them. God, what would you call this color? Peachy version of the first two that I picked up. And I'm just hitting the very outer corner. That same stipple brush that we used earlier with that mauve color, but I'm stippling it there just so that the edge seems to taper into nothingness, like so. And then I'm going back with that fluffy brush from earlier. I'm taking a purplish brown and the teeniest flat packing brush that I have, kissing the very, very top edge and trying not to breathe. In order to do these rosebuds, what we are going to use is a couple different liquid products. We're going to be using a liquid lip. This one is from Sephora. This is the Sephora collection number 92, a trusty nail art pen because they are bomb.com. And then this product will be no surprise to any of you guys if you watch my body paints or if you've seen any other kind of eye art that I've done here on this channel. This is the Morphe White Liquid Liner. I love it for details. I add dots to a lot of my work because I just love dots. A trick for getting your eye art symmetrical, you're gonna use your pupils as your reference point. My eyes are actually naturally really uneven, so this is gonna be extra fun for me. So we're gonna do 3 little circles on the inner corner, and then we're also gonna put a little like rosebud bush type thing on the outer corner. So we're gonna let that pink dry a little bit, and so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of eyeliner for this because we're doing like a spring floral kind of look. I thought it would be fun to pop in like a more vibrant color than say just like a black or a brown eyeliner, and so for this we're gonna be using the Morphe Vitamin C Gel Liner. It looks like this. I'm trying to get better at gel liner because as part of certification for Morphe, you do have to get judged based on your application of a makeup overall, but specifically your eyeliner needs to be a winged liner with a gel. And I was so nervous about that. I did pass, but I don't want to just be good enough to pass one time. I want to make sure that anytime I'm ever required to use a gel liner, or you know, if I just want it or a client asks for it, I want to be like. So I've been practicing with gel liner as much as possible. Vibrant. To recreate these, you'll notice that, yeah, they look like rosebuds, but it's actually just a series of little C shapes. Because you know when a rose opens, it's a bunch of like folds of petals and things like that. That's pretty much what we're trying to emulate. I go in with only one dip of the brush. I don't have it super saturated because I don't want to make a giant mess here on my eyelid. And so just like we do with our eyeshadows, when you first go in with this, it's gonna have the most product on it. And then as you sweep it out, it's gonna lose product, and therefore the white is gonna kind of mix a little bit with the pink, and it's gonna turn into a softer pink. And so it's naturally gonna create a really pretty gradient for you. And you didn't even have to try that hard. We love that. I did a little dot in the middle and then I swept it out. You can see that it naturally started tapering, that color did. The next thing I did was add a couple little dots. I love a detail dot. So for a little greenery here, we're gonna go in with a water activated paint. We're gonna start like with dots, kind of similar to all of the white that we did, but you do your little dot and then you drag it just a hair so it flicks out and kind of creates like a little leaf shape. This is that same brush that we picked up earlier and packed on that mauve shade. I knocked off some of that excess color, and I'm taking that same ballerina pink color and softly smoking that into our lower lash line. Now we're picking up some of that mauve color. I'm only taking it about 1/4 of the way in and then just kind of like letting it taper out because I want those colors to kind of kiss so that it doesn't look like that deepness just like dropped. And I'm pretty much gonna leave the bottom alone other than adding a little bit of mascara. This is it for today's look, you guys. I do hope that you enjoyed it. This is a lot of fun for me to film. I love doing things that are slightly different from just like your traditional glam. I love adding a little bit of fun here to your eyeballs. Let me know if this is something that you guys would actually wear out of the house or in the house, because why not? I hope you guys have a fun, safe, healthy day. Bye.